Today was a pretty special day. My afternoon started out with Freedom Friday and Taco Truck Tacos for lunch. That was when I got to interview Joe in the last video about his answers to my 5 questions for young riders. Later tonight, the motorcycle community showed up in force to support a great cause. Afterwards, a couple of us headed over to one of our favorite restaurants for some food and fellowship, and that was where I got to sit and chat with my friend Cade about his answers to my 5 questions. Snapping tires, trying to do wheelies. Oh, the Groms. That Grom life.
My name is Cade, 28 years old, from Lake Charles, Louisiana. Moved here about 3 years ago, here in Columbia, South Carolina. Been loving it since I've been here, and we'll probably end up staying here.
What's the statute of limitations on invading?
Oh, no.
This took 6 points off of my license.
Oh, did he really?
Yeah.
Because I jumped
My
out,
insurance didn't even change.
because we were pulling out of a parking lot. And I jumped out in front of a car, and then him and Sam pulled out after the car.
Sort of.
Oh, damn.
You pulled out in front of a car. And then what happened?
So I saw the cop coming up the hill, and I was like, I better slow down. Well, I was still doing like 60, and y'all came flying down the hill at like 70. He did a U-turn in front of everybody, dude.
I know,
he cut everybody off. And I went at the bottom of the hill at the tourist attraction, and I went and sat in the woods in this little tiny driveway. I was waiting on the cop to come, because I thought he did a U-turn for me, but I didn't, because I didn't know they were still behind me. I thought they were way back there. Yeah. My very first bike was in 2014. It was a 2012 Suzuki GSX-R 600. Had it for about a year, and then sold it, and I didn't have a bike for about another 3 years after that one. Second bike was the FC07, and then I bought the Honda Grom about 2 months later.
What would you say is your favorite part of riding motorcycles?
Just being able to ride, just in general, riding with friends, meeting new people.
Doing this right here.
That and just being able to get out of the house and do something.
Yeah, absolutely. How about the worst part of riding for you?
The worst part of riding is pretty much like anybody else would say, just wintertime. My Honda Grom is my main source of transportation, so wintertime can be a little harsh, but other than that, it's not terrible.
So dealing with the cold.
Yeah, as long as you got the right gear, you'll be all right.
Yeah. So, what advice do you have for young dudes that want to get into riding?
If you're first starting out, I would suggest trying to find like one of your buddies that has a bike, maybe a spare bike that he might have that he don't really care about.
Something that you don't mind dropping.
Yeah, something that he don't mind getting wrecked or anything like that. Definitely, if you're gonna try to first start riding, I would definitely suggest like a 500cc or less. And then as you progress better, within 2 or 3 years of that bike, you can trade it in and you can get something bigger. If you plan on just commuting it, I really wouldn't suggest anything that's 1,000 cc's or higher. As far as a sport bike, just because it's just not going to be a happy bike in the city streets. It's going to jerk you around. It's just going to want to go and go and go, and it's going to aggravate you.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's not the best idea.
Yeah. Good stuff, man. So get something that you're comfortable dropping a time or two.
Right.
And start smaller perhaps.
Right.
Until you get more comfortable.
Right.
Moving up to a bigger size engine.
Yeah, I mean, I've been riding for the past almost 5-6 years, and like I said, my main source of transportation is my Honda Grom. It's just a 125.
Yeah.
And it's plenty enough in the city, and it's still twice as fun as any other bike I've ever had. So.
What's your favorite part about the Grom?
Being able to maneuver it a lot easier. You don't have to worry about getting speeding tickets because it maxes out at like 65 anyway. So it's just a fun bike, and there's just endless things you can do with a Honda Grom. So.
Yeah. So last question is, where do you hope to go on the bike this year?
There's actually a couple places. The main one is going to be Grom Day, which is in Florida, close to about 3,000 Groms or more.
When is that going to be?
That is going to be June. Actually, it's going to be May 26th.
Willie had the 26th right. It's actually April 26th.
Grom Day. Grom Fest, Gromcana. Is that when they do the races, the Grom races?
No, it's not that one. That one you're talking about is the other one. It's in the Smoky Mountains out in Alabama, Birmingham, Alabama, actually. And it's called Big Bore or Small Bore races.
Nice.
And it's June 5th through June 7th.
So I didn't realize until I was editing this video that he was actually talking about my favorite place on earth, Barber Vintage Motorsports Park.
And you go out to some Honda Grom races out in like a field. It's mostly off-road stuff that they do out there, but it's pretty fun regardless. So that's another one I'm trying to go to this year. I've been to Tail of the Dragon with Will and Sam. That was a blast. We're going to try to do that again this year.
I hear from a lot of folks that they definitely hit the tail of the dragon. What's the best part about riding the dragon?
Just going through all the turns. I mean, it was my first time going last year, so there was so much to see. But we just kept going back and forth from our room to Tail of the Dragon because that was the main thing we went there for. We went to Cade's Cove, where I actually got my name.
Oh, really?
So that was a pretty cool place to go to. And then we went a little bit past the Tail of the Dragon to see. They have a dam there. I don't know the exact name.
Yeah, it's
of
a pretty one. We were just up there last trip we went there.
Yeah, I got a picture of it. But we went past. We stopped there, hung out for a minute, and then we kept going. And then hit the Tail of the Dragon on the way back to the cabin, and then packed up everything the next day and headed back home. So we were there about 4 days.
So were y'all camping in tents?
No, my buddy Sam, he got a cabin up there, a little cabin, and we all stayed in the same cabin and messed around.
Nice,
Yep.
nice.
Yep.
Dirt cheap, just...
Yeah, I mean, it was right there in Gatlinburg,
Yep.
so we were in the middle of Gatlinburg and Pigeon Forge, so it's pretty nice. That's pretty much it.
Yeah, man. Good stuff. Appreciate it, man.
No problem.
How did you guys meet?
We just ran into each other.
Yeah, I think I chased him down on the bike.
Yeah?
Yeah.
We met at the Freddy's and just started talking at Freddy's when we went 8.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Sick. So
I called him
Will,
down. I was like, "What is that?"
Will and I both met at so we met at a bike night here in Columbia. I met Cade as well at the same bike night probably, and just kind of have ridden together a few times and hung out just because we all enjoy riding motorcycles. So I think I would have to say that's one of my favorite parts of motorcycling is just the people that you get to meet and hang out with. So cool deal. So we heard from Joe, we heard from Cade, and that's what we got for this week on Retros, Rants, and Raves. We'll catch my buddy Will here when he's feeling better. He's over here riding in a pink boot because and a pink helmet over there. Because that's what you do whenever you got a community ride to do, man. So that's hardcore. 20 degrees, having a ball, eating some food at Waffle House. Good stuff.
Catch you in the next one.
All right. Wow, you're still here. Thank you so much for sticking with this video all the way through. Really appreciate you. Be sure to leave a comment down below, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Look forward to putting out more of these videos, and God bless you today.